Hey, Chris. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, cool. All right. Thanks for joining me. What are
Yep.
you up? What are you up to, brother?
Driving the last 100 miles to get back to the yard and turn this piece of crap truck in
Okay. All right. All right.
and go
Uh,
get my truck ready for after next week, after
so,
the fishing trip.
you want to talk about that on air? I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, we can.
I'll give. I mean, I'll give you
I
the
kind
floor.
of want to get back on that subject where we got cut off, where Facebook cut us off. I think that was important when we were talking about. You asked me about what I thought about the higher percentage for the brokers because it was on your mind with that NBA player having his brokerage and being in the group.
The floor is yours, brother.
So I can't remember where we left off.
Yeah. Uh, you know, that was an issue that I had with a guy that has he has a broker, and he was in the group trolling for. He wanted to start his carrier division. He wanted to basically. He has a successful broker. I'm not gonna lie, and he
Right.
wanted to grow his carrier division. And I didn't know that he had been in the group for a while. He had his people in the group for a while. Um, in the group fishing for carriers. And, when I announced months ago that we weren't going to be allowing anyone to come in the group and market services, they contacted me, and they wanted to try to get me to change my policy. And I refused. And when I refused, they came back, asked again, and I refused again. And then they were like, you know, well, we can have you talk to the big guy, blah, blah, blah. It was a whole big thing. He's a famous NBA player from
Right.
the 80s. And I guess they were
Yeah, I know.
expecting me to be
Yeah, I know who you talk
impressed.
about.
Yeah, they were expecting me to be impressed about that, and I was like, I don't really care who he is. He's not going to come into this group and take advantage of people. You know,
Yeah,
trying
he's
to
just another person.
exactly. So uh, I I left it there. We went back and forth a little bit. I tried to work with him. I tried to say, hey, listen, if you come down on those rates, that if you come down on that, large chunk of money you snatching out of those loads, I'll work with you. And they refused, and I never heard back from them again. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
That
and so one thing I was gonna say is, I mean, well, like I was saying, some of the loads we can go up higher as long as I mean, there are situations where brokers have like multi loads. I mean, they're gonna have to schedule more appointments, stuff like that. I can see something like that. Um, or even if the shipper is paying a higher rate as well, and the broker wants a little bit more of a cut, I'd be willing to do it. 20%, that's quite a bit high.
it was actually
I
higher. It was
yeah,
they wanted between 25 and 30%. And
yeah. I think more than 15% is way too high because
I agree.
brokers actually work off of volume. Us carriers, we can haul one load at a time. That's it. That's all a truck can haul.
I agree.
I mean, so, and that's how most owner operators and small carriers are. You know, they've got 1 to 6 trucks. You know, so yeah, you know, the guys with 6 trucks, they can wiggle a little bit more because they're hauling more volume. But at the same time, the way I look at it, if you're doing business, you got to do each an individual truck. Even if you have multiple trucks, you still have to make money off of each one of those trucks. That's part of growing you. That's part of growing a business and running a business. In my opinion, you know that's my opinion.
Your opinion is my opinion. I agree. Hey, Jamie, how are you, brother?
I'm doing all right. Hell, I'm 3 miles away from the house, brother. Finna pull in.
Well, then nobody's better than you. Nobody's better than you, brother.
Yeah, I still got 100 miles just to the yard. Got another 60 miles to the house from there.
Well, the yard is my house, so
Oh,
I'm gonna pull in
after the fishing
about a
trip,
mile from my
mine's
house.
gonna be that again.
So,
what kind of truck is that, Chris?
What, this one that I'm driving
Yeah.
right now?
Yes.
It's a 2020 Freightliner.
Is that a sleeper?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, did I hear correctly that you were stuck in the mud somewhere? Is that correct? Can you talk about
Yeah.
that? So,
Yes.
is that okay?
So, yeah, I'll talk about it. So, go ahead.
Let me tee it up for you, bro. So the story goes that you are driving for a company. We're not going to say the name. And you got your paycheck this week, and it was a little light. Is that correct?
Yes, and that was because I ended up getting high centered the week before. That was
Okay.
a different toll bill.
Okay, so you had an issue where the dispatcher for the company you're driving for, you're a company driver now, a W-2 employee. The dispatcher gave you the wrong directions to the pickup, and you got lost. You ended up getting stuck, and you had to be towed out of where you were stuck. And the company that you're driving for basically sent you the bill for the tow. Is that correct?
Yep. Out of
Now-
my next check, they took it up.
Okay. Now, I am a carrier as well, and I personally do not send the bill to my guys if they get stuck. I cover that. What is the status of that right now?
I am in the work, so I'm kind of waiting to because I get paid every Wednesday. So with me getting stuck in the mud in Texas this week, I'm waiting to see if they're going to deduct me on that one because that was a $1,300 bill,
Damn.
which is pretty much going to take my whole check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that hurts, brother. That really
And yeah. So I'm waiting to see if they actually deduct that one or if they're going to, I mean, however they're going to do it. The way that they explained it to me is the reason why they're doing it is because it's part of my performance pay, which to me To me, it doesn't make any sense. I don't see how that is a performance pay issue.
So let's recap because you just added some more information to this story. You are working for a company as a company driver. The dispatcher dispatches you on a load, gives you the wrong pickup location. You go out to pick this load up. You get stuck because you're in the wrong place, and they send you a tow bill. And they're telling you that they're sending you this tow bill because of your performance. Is that, am I correct in all of that?
So they didn't actually send me the tow bill. They just took it out and they deducted it at the tow bill out of my check. What they paid for the tow bill is what they took out of my check the next week.
Right.
There was 2 times I got stuck.
Okay. Now, in my opinion, that's BS. But can I ask
Mine
you?
too, obviously.
Yeah. Can I ask you if the dispatcher had to pay any out of their pocket for that tow for giving you the wrong directions on those loads?
No, they use a credit card, company credit card.
So the dispatcher didn't get reprimanded or have to pay anything for giving you the wrong direction.
Nope.
But you ate the whole tow bill.
Yep.
Okay. Well, look, you're a W-2 employee now. I really don't have much to say on that except that's BS. But if I were you, I would definitely fight that. What are you going to do?
I am. I've already called the labor board in Idaho, and they told me that depending on how the agreements, because they know that a lot of these trucking companies have us drivers sign an agreement, and it's usually an agreement like if we leave the truck trashed or leave the company and leave the truck trashed, it covers the detail.
Yeah, it's all a bunch of BS
For the next driver.
Yeah.
Or little things like that. I can't remember what else is in there. I know with this company, we could get deducted because I haul tanker, so we haul liquid, a lot of liquid. And so if we screw up like during a load or while we're getting loaded or unloaded and have massive spill due to our error, we get deducted for that as well, which I haven't had one.
We've got a comment here from someone watching. Morris Spence, friend of mine in Utah. Everyone, Morris Spence is a original supporter of the National Owner Operators Association. He is in Utah, and he has a dry van and a reefer. He's been, if anyone out there in Utah has a need for a very capable driver with multiple pieces of equipment, Morris Spence is available. Once again, Morris Spence, his comment: that is a company expense. They can write you up, fire you, etc. But as for where I was leased before, they said this kind of thing isn't illegal. That is Morris Spence's comment.
Okay.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Jamie.
I also met a driver today that we was down in San Antonio and we was eating, and his name is Andrew Walker. He got a call from his company that told him to bring the truck in and trailer in up here in Lancaster, Texas, that they was terminating his lease for no reason. So he's out of a job, and he's up in Forsyth, Montana. So if there's anybody in the association that's approved or that we can use, he'll be looking for some work. He's got years as a driver. Um, so anybody that needs a driver up in Montana, I've got one available. If you're a member of NOAA and need a driver up in Montana, let us know, and I can forward you the information.
Yes, please give me that information. I will definitely put some feelers out there. It's very important that we help each other out, especially if there's someone out there that is a driver and has equipment. There's always someone looking for someone to haul some loads. Helping someone out is helping yourself out. Doing something good for someone else gets you one step closer to heaven, I always say. So
I gotta drop my wagon, Mike. I'll be back, brother.
no problem. Uh, like I was saying, Chris, I've got a lot of I've got a few comments here on your issue. Uh, Another one here. If he has hazmat and tanker endorsement. Oh, well, I think that's a question. Thomas, which one? Are you talking about Mark in Utah? Are you talking about the guy that Jamie was just talking about in Wyoming? I believe it was. I don't know.
No, Jamie said Montana. He's in Montana.
Okay, Montana. As soon as Jamie jumps back in the truck, I will ask him, sir. So let me okay, let me we will table that because Jamie just left the studio. So we will definitely ask him. If I forget, remind me, but I'll leave that question right up there. So we are basically shutting down on Monday, August 20th. If we'd like everyone
Mike?
to, yes,
August 20th is tomorrow, Sunday.
Monday, August 21st. Thank you, Chris. So I don't want to say until when, but we made it till the 26th, the end of safety week, break, BS, whatever. Let me look inside your truck week. That's what we scheduled it for, but we're willing to go on indefinitely if anyone wants to go on indefinitely, and I do suggest that we do shut down indefinitely. You will see rates spike up, and if you stay shut down, they will spike up even more. So yes, I suggest we shut down permanent. Jamie, there was a question about your guy in Montana. Does he have hazmat and tanker endorsement?
I don't know, Mike. We didn't speak that long.
Okay.
We didn't go that deep into it. We was actually at the register paying out when we got in the conversation.
Okay.
He said he's going to need to. He's moving there, so he's going to need a couple weeks to get settled before he'll really earnestly be looking. But I just wanted to put that out there in case anybody. Like I said, I don't know any details other than that he'll be looking for a job.
Got it. So Thomas, I guess Jamie will find that out for you. Okay, well, I'm kind of 1 second here. We have another statement on that, Jamie. Let me get to it. My customers would frown on that. I have direct shippers. We've got another statement here. Let's see. Comment. Don't get tempted over rates. Don't have fear of missing out. I agree. I agree. When you see those rates shoot up,
Mm-hmm.
don't jump because they're going to go higher.
Yep.
Don't jump because they're going to go higher. And the longer you do not turn that key, the higher those rates are going to go, because there is no way for these mega carriers to be able to cover all that volume on their own. There is absolutely no way. We control the majority of the freight out there. That's why every time one of these brake safety weeks happens, the rates go up, because guys take their trucks off the road. And if you think that's not true, think again. So do not take the first high rate that you see. Stay shut off for a little while longer, because rates are going to go higher. And when they go higher and we go in, when they start to drop them, we could shut down again. And if we do this, we will have single-handedly, collectively, I know that sounds stupid, control the market. And that's what we need to do. Once and for all, that's what we need to do. So Jamie,
100% right.
100, brother. Thank you, Chris. Jamie, I see you've been going ape shit on Twitter. I've been reading your posts, and I have to give it up to you and Bill McKelvey. You guys really have Lions hearts, because I can't deal with the jerk offs on Twitter. I saw one of your posts, and I took the liberty of saving it because I want to use it for this conversation. The CEO of Warner admitted that they were waiting for owner-operators to run out of all the money that they made during COVID. He said he did not think that we would be able to last this long. This is my comment based on the story that you posted. This is a coordinated effort to starve us out by mega brokers and carriers. We need to unify now, or they will succeed. Join us at NOAA. Help us force change. And this is his actual comment. His name is Leathers. I don't know his first name, whatever Leathers. He is the CEO of Warner. Warner Chief, we underestimated the cash pile that small, medium-sized carriers had built up over COVID, and have allowed them to survive longer than we thought they'd be able to. Leathers said, I underestimated the resiliency of them being able to survive below their operating costs, which I want to touch on, for as long as they have, but I think those days are over. That was his actual comment, and I thought it was interesting. You actually turned me on to that, Jamie. I was a little busy and I didn't know that comment was made. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I mean, dude, there's been a few big developments on Twitter in the last 4 or 5 days where, you know, we've had these big organizations and these people that control the data and these people that is manipulating the data to manipulate rates. Open their mouth and put their foot in their mouth. You know what I mean? And of course they got their lackeys coming in trying to clean it up and rationalize and justify what these people are saying. But they're so elitist and so arrogant that they think they can just say anything and nobody's going to catch on to it. Everybody's stupid. We're all dummies. You know, we're just knuckle dragging truck drivers good for shifting gears. We're Neanderthals. They don't realize what they're up against and what they're dealing with. You know, so I've been airing them out, brother. That article right there shows that there was collusion and there's been manipulation in the markets, collusion between the mega carriers, TIA, ATA, and all the mega brokers and mega carriers to drive down the rates. They learned a lesson during COVID, and they all got together and said never again. So their goal is to put us out of business. You know what I mean? But I found that really heartening, that comment, because it's shown in what we've seen with Warner struggling, with U.S. Express about to go under, with Yellow going out. All these big companies, they're on the ropes too. You know, they thought they were just going to
Yep.
stomp us out and stamp us out and put us out of business and take over that business, and they would be fine. But we've stood our ground out here, and I mean, I hate to say it, but these trucks that are moving these cheap rates have put the strain on them where they're about to go under themselves. So they may have just really put themselves out of business. So I just say let's keep doing what we're doing. It's working. I mean, you can see it in the strain in these big companies, and I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we're fighting. We're fighting these big businesses, big organizations that have monopolized the market and manipulated their data. If you'll see I've been going back and forth with Freightways, Kurt Fuller, you know, the failed exec for U.S. Express that his own family kicked him out of the business in 2005. And it seems that's the trend. I mean, Kevin Rutherford used to be a carrier in the trucking business. You know, he got out. It seems like these people fail in the trucking business, and then they move right in and become experts on transportation, and then put out information and data because they do have a following in the trucking world, and people just fall right into it and believe it and go with it instead of going and doing some research or even realizing or understanding who these people are that are controlling all this. You know, so we just got to keep digging and digging in. We're having the impact. Our momentum just continues to pick up, and we're doing what we got to do, man. Let's just keep rolling, do this little shutdown, try to get a point across, and then let's just continue to roll and let them break themselves. They have broken themselves, brother, trying to break us. So, you know, that's what happens when you go against a big guy, because really they think they're the big guys, but we're the big guys. We're 81 to 92% of the industry. You know, and they tried to break us. Well, they broke themselves in the process. So I'm gonna park it there, brother.
Yeah, you know, Chris, you want to add something to that?
I mean, he nailed it. Like,
Yeah.
that's pretty much mic drop. The only thing I would add is with the CEO of Warner coming out with that statement, it just proves that all of us owner operators that were saying that the megas were trying to put us out, it proves it fact. It proves that we were right about it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm going to tell you how this game is played. You know what I mean? Because I've got a little bit of experience on how publicly traded companies operate. First off, that speech and comment was given at a conference for investors. Warner is a publicly traded company. It trades under the ticker symbol WERN on the NASDAQ. That comment is, you know, it's like J.B. Hunt saying we're in a freight recession. It's not us, it's them. You know what I mean? It's not our fault. It's the other guys. We're doing great. We're still an amazing company. It's not us, it's them. So that's pretty much what that is about, right? A couple of days later, they announced that they're increasing their dividend to 14 cents for investors. And all of a sudden, 2 hours ago, I see a press release. Barclays PLC increases stake in Warner Enterprises. So Barclays obviously is a bank. Everyone knows this is a European, very large European bank. Barclays PLC that's what this game is about, right? It's all about BS. It's all about, you know, it's basically, it's trickery. It's a way of keeping investors from running for the hills, which is probably what they should be doing, and getting them to double down. And that's exactly what they did, and they were successful in doing that. That doesn't take away from the fact that, what they're doing is, it's a scumbag move. You know what I mean? Trying to starve small businesses out is a scumbag move. And we're looking into the fact that it may be collusion. It may be a violation of antitrust laws, racketeering. It could be a bunch of different things. So we're looking into that right now. And based on his own words, that's pretty much what it looks like to me. Any comments?
Well, I don't know, Mike, if you've seen, but Prime just come out with a release that they're selling 400 trucks and they're cutting their manpower too. I know a guy that was working over at Warner, leased on to him, and he had to get out. So I mean, they're feeling the heat, man. Dude, I don't know if you've also been following the commodity thread where, these pompous assholes get on there and speak about us truck drivers, like they say we're a commodity. A commodity's a good, we're service providers, and that's what I told them today. I said, look, man, you keep calling us a commodity. A commodity is something that's bought, sold, or trade. We're people. So if you're buying and selling and trading people, you're in human trafficking. You know what I mean? So, dude, that goes all over me every time I hear one of these brokers or freight waves or one of these places refer to truck drivers as a commodity. Dude, I put the dictionary terms up there. What it says in the dictionary is a commodity. I'm like, so you're calling us a commodity. You don't own my business. You don't own my truck. You don't own me. I'm not a company driver, but you're going to call me a commodity. Like you can buy, sell, and trade me. I'm not all right with it, man. We've been going round and round over that one, brother. Well, hey, look, y'all, I'm at home. I just pulled in the yard. I got to get in here and visit my family for a little while. I'll try to get back on, but if I don't go up there right now, my wife's going to skin my head. So I'll be back.
Do what you got to do, Jamie.
I love y'all, man.
We'll be here. All right, brother.
Let's do this let's do this little shutdown, and then let's get out there and roll and make some money, man. California. Well, I spoke on this in the group earlier because we was talking about the shutdown in MAGA Mission Space, and guys, something was said about California, and a hurricane. They've never had a hurricane. They got a hurricane fixing to hit, and they say they could get up to a year's worth of rainfall in one day. And it was like, we told them to go stock up. They needed to do that, but it was. And I come back and I told them, I said, look, first and foremost, most of us truck drivers are patriots. You know what I mean? We're patriotic Americans that take our job seriously. It's not only about the money; it's about the pride we take in our job, providing for the people of America. It's something we take very seriously, and never have we been called upon under an emergency declaration that we didn't respond and go above and beyond. So if them people do get hit really hard down there in Southern California, man, and that's why I told them, I said, if they do get hit hard and they need us, the shutdown will be damned. We're going to respond and take care of our people. That's our job. So that's important to know, man. We need to watch Southern California and see what them people over there need, man, because we don't want to. We're fighting government and big business, man. We're not fighting the American people. That's important for everybody to know. All right, Bubba. Well, I'm gonna jump off here, man. I'll try to get back on, but like I said, my wife will skin my head if I don't get in there.
I got you, Jamie. Thank you. Well, I have a couple of things I'd like to say on what Jamie touched on. First of all, on the commodity issue, we are considered a commodity. The Bureau of Labor Statistics, BLS, has us classified as a commodity. That is not wrong.
Can't really hear you, Mike.
The Bureau of Labor the Bureau of Labor Statistics has truck drivers, over-the-road truck drivers, listed as commodities. That is what we are classified as according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. We are a commodity. When they calculate the PPI, long haul trucking is basically listed under a commodity. It is listed as a service, but for some reason they consider us a commodity. I don't get mixed up in labels and words. I look
So
at
they
numbers.
consider us product.
I don't know. You can call it whatever you want to call it. I believe we have bigger fights than that, than names and labels, but we are listed as a commodity.
Yeah.
As far as California is concerned and hurricanes, good luck. We're pulling for you. Good luck. I don't know about calling off a shutdown. California doesn't have the government of California doesn't have any consideration for truckers. As a matter of fact, it seems as though the entire federal government doesn't have any concern for truckers. We were there for this country during COVID, and we're being paid back by being starved out and losing our businesses, getting disrespected by freight brokers, being forced to do loads for $1 a mile, in some cases less than $1 a mile, and basically being ignored. So I live in New York. We deal with hurricanes every year. If it's a category 5, good luck. You're going to have problems. And that's life. Anyway, I want to touch on a couple of things that happened today. I had a very interesting conference call today with a group of some of the largest trucking associations in this country, and some of the oldest trucking associations in this country. No, OOIDA wasn't part of this meeting, but pretty much everyone else was, and this was a very positive meeting, and we pretty much all agreed to create an alliance and work together on all trucking issues. We're going to support each other moving forward, and we're going to support each other's platforms and issues, and there will be a unity among the real trucking associations in this country. We made that pact. We've signed an agreement, an alliance agreement, and unity is here. So I want to get that message out there. It was a very long conversation. It must have went on for over 3.5 hours. And we got a lot on the table. We covered a lot of ground, and from today forward, we are one. There is no more fighting amongst trucking associations. You'll never hear me say anything bad about any other trucking association except maybe OOIDA. And until they come to the table, that is my stance. That doesn't mean I don't support some of the things that they're fighting for truckers, but I don't support the way that they do it. And that is what I have for today right now. Anything you want to add,
Mike,
Chris?
So to go back to this California deal, like if they do have a disaster and they ask for us to come out there, that's going to give us the power to actually enforce some of this stuff. In my mind, I think, but I mean, it's your call.
It's not my call. I can only
Right.
give my opinion. People are going to do whatever they want. We're not a union. People can do whatever
Right.
they want. People can do whatever they want. We're not a union. I know I would not turn my key and go out there. I wouldn't go to California if it fell into the ocean. So if anyone wants to feel patriotic and turn their key and run out to California, that is the creator of the AB5 law and the basically the spearhead of this AB5 law being dragged out across the country because they're all trying to do it. If anybody wants to run out there and save California, they are welcome to do it. I will not be one of them, but you can definitely send your truck out there to California. I won't.
I
will.
totally agree with you. And
I'm not that patriotic, brother.
yeah,
I'm not that patriotic. So I can tell you why I'm not that patriotic. Hold on, hold that thought. I'm going to tell you why I'm not that patriotic. Do you see that? That woman is in California. She threatened me.
oh yes, yeah, I seen that message. I commented on it.
I am not that patriotic, and neither are they. So
Right.
if they get hit with a storm, I wish them a lot of luck. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and I do too. I feel the exact same way that you do. Let me elaborate a little bit on what I was trying to say. Before we even turn our keys to help California, we get our voices heard. We get that AB5 law out. They cancel it, period. And we get the rates that we ask for. Otherwise, the keys don't turn.
It means nothing to me. I don't go to California anyway. So
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean, so it is what it
I'm just putting it out there.
is. Mhm.
I don't go. I don't go to California. I get brokers call me to go to California. I tell them, not unless you want to pay me $6,000, and that's just from Idaho.
Right, right, and you know that's what you should do. I can tell you this: it is what it is. We deal with natural disasters like that here in the Northeast all the time. It
Right.
is what it is. Everyone
Yeah.
has a decision to make. We are not a union. We are owner operators. We each independently own our trucks and our equipment and our companies. We each can make the decisions we need to make that's best for us and our companies. I made my decision, and that's really what I have to say on that. There are
Yeah, I
plenty
just
of-
wanted to put it out there so whoever's going to listen to this or is listening to this right now can actually think about that as well. Unless they meet our demands, don't turn that key.
California is not interested in anyone's demands. If you live in a state that will do what they did with AB5,
Right.
not a state that's listening to truckers. This is a state that, look, everything California has done for the last few decades, they basically made it clear that they are not interested in hearing anything out of anyone who drives a truck. So it is what it is, man.
Right.
I'm speaking for me. I'm not speaking for the association. I'm speaking for me. I personally,
Right.
once again, I am not that patriotic. There are plenty who will not participate in the shutdown anyways. Let them run to the rescue. Stay the course and stay shut down until the 26th is done. Amen, man. That's the least
Or
you
longer.
can- I want to do it longer. We had a conversation today, as I said, a long conversation. This was one of the topics. And listen, the associations of this country, and there are a lot of them, we're all in alignment. This is going to take force. This is going to take strength. This is going to take courage. It's going to take heart. And part
Yep.
of heart means that if a natural disaster does occur, hey, you know what I mean? We saw during COVID, and I've had people in Congress thank us, send the message back. Thank you. Thank you for what we did during COVID. But look what happened after COVID. Look what they're doing now.
Yep. Yep. Look at what Connecticut did. They actually, so during COVID and us coming out there, delivering their goods and everything, they actually were giving us food. They were giving us drinks. They did a rally for us. And then right after COVID was done, was that who was it? The senator or the governor? The governor came out with the extra tax on commercial vehicles
Right.
right after the pandemic. Even though he's the one that called the rally, he was the one, supporting the truckers, giving food to us, feeding us, all of that.
Are we able to get an alliance page going? It's already there. I have the link. Unfortunately, it left my head right now since you asked me that on the spot. But there is a website, and we are going to make that public. I will tell you that we had a very long conversation. Part of the conversation was based on voting. And it is important for everyone to get out there and register to vote, because we are going to really, really try to remove the people in Congress that do not care about truckers. We are going to make it public knowledge that that is our intent. We want to vote for people that basically stand for issues that we are concerned about, which is our right. When we go to voting booths, we vote for people that represent what we're interested in. They represent our views, and not many in Congress right now represent truckers' views. It's actually the opposite. They represent brokers' views, which represent TIA's views. And when you see legislation like S. 25, 24, 26, or whatever it is, that is a TIA piece of legislation, and it's being supported by members of the Senate. What is it? S. 2426. That is a piece of TIA legislation introduced by Senator Deb Fischer of Nebraska. It has one co-sponsor right now. Who is it? Senator Crapo of Idaho. Motor Carry Safety Selection Standard Act of 2023. This is a TIA bill. We are against it, and these people like Senator Fischer and Crapo, we need to send a message and let these people know that they can be voted out of office the same way they were voted in. And it's important for us to register to vote, get out there and vote, and make your voices heard with your vote. That's what we're pushing. That's what this alliance is pushing. We want to register as many truckers as we can to vote, because ultimately that's what's going to bring change. Hold on one second here. We've got some questions and statements. And I know, Chris, that you reached out to your congressmen and senators, and you did your civic duty on S. 2426. If you want to talk about that while I...
So I did reach out to both the congressmen of Idaho and the senator of Idaho. Uh, the congressman's team got back to me. They said that from what they could see, it's dead in the water. They've only got 2 supporters behind it, so it's not even going past the House. Crapo's team, or Crapple, is more like it, and his team never even responded to me. I called the office twice, tried to get his email, and I need to get that link again from ADD. I can't find it.
Okay. Well, that's the same thing I heard, that this S.2426 is dead in the water. It has no support, and it was just basically a waste of time. And look, we're tracking it. I've got my people down in Washington tracking it, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere. It's more thoughtless, stupid legislation that these people think up out of their heads, because they have no idea how the transportation industry really works, because they don't drive trucks. They've never been in one. They've never purchased one. They've never had to get a PM. They've never had to buy tires. They've never been abused at a way station by some miserable cop that doesn't want to be there. They've never had to deal with any of these issues. They've never
or even a cop that had a wife, found out his wife was having an affair on him.
Well, I'm not going to go there, but yeah, they've never.
I've heard those stories too.
They've never had to deal with insurance costs through the roof. They don't care about diesel fuel prices because they don't drive trucks. It's not their concern. So we should not support legislation concerning any truck issue from any of these 535 people in Washington. And I'll leave that right there. Are the members?
I would add TIA too.
Well, TIA is a broker organization, so we totally ignore them. Are the members of the New Alliance asking their people to shut down too? Yes. Answer is yes. But, that's on them. Once again, we're not a union. We are associations. We don't force people to, we're not allowed to force people to shut down. We can only ask and tell them what we're doing. If they decide to do that, great. But yes, they are. We're all supporting each other. If so, how many members amongst all in the alliance are there? Well, I can tell you that based on these numbers, I would say upwards of 150, anywhere between 100 and 150,000, maybe. This is a good question, so let me count now. I can probably do a little guessing here. Yeah, I would definitely over 100,000, maybe pushing 150,000. I don't know, somewhere in those numbers. Between two of these associations, there's over 100,000. So that's just the facts, and the rest of them, there's a lot. That's all I can tell you. If half shut down, that's a sizable number. Well, once again, I agree 150%, but I also know that 150%, we are not a union, and everyone has the option of doing what they want with their equipment, and we support that. We'd like everyone to stand the line and stand your ground, but we can't force people to do that if they don't want to. We're not a union. What else?
I will add, I do think this is going to make an impact. I believe it will. From the responses that I'm getting, from advertising it on social media. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of responses, replies.
I hope so. Deb Fisher actually reached out to Mac. He missed her call. Well, Mac needs to answer the phone next time. Let's see. Hello, hi. I just sent you something you will find very interesting. I already read it 15 minutes before you said this, and yes, it is very interesting. And I will be looking into that, sir. I will get the link to this alliance page. There was a lot of information covered today. There are a lot of activities planned, some mild, some guerrilla. I will leave it at that. And September is going to be a very interesting month. That is all I will say to you. September is going to be a very interesting month. One thing I can say, and I'm going to look right in the camera, and I hope this message gets to the FMCSA. I hope you do the right thing as far as broker transparency is concerned. Because if for some slight chance you think that you're going to be able to go the opposite direction on your decision, that is all I will say to you. Don't think about it. We're watching. Don't think about it. I'll leave that there. They call me the vanilla gorilla. Who said that? You know, I knew it had to be you, Jamie. I knew it had to be you. Had to be you, Fredo. I am going to be meeting with Chris. Are you still there?
Yeah, I lost service
Okay.
for a sec. Sorry about that.
I am going.
Right when you,
Hey, brother.
right when it was
you got-
getting good too.
I am going to be meeting with Congressman Jeff Van Drew on Monday. So I want to get that out there. I also have a meeting planned once again with the FMCSA and the DOT. They keep keep changing the dates and ducking us, but yes, we have a meeting planned with them. We have a special guest. I have one more meeting planned. I'm going to announce that in a second. Whoa, we have a special guest, ladies and gentlemen. Who is this young lady?
You want to say hello to my friends?
Hi.
And this is why we do it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the good stuff. My truck's parked in the yard, and I'm here with my family. That's my 6-year-old daughter, Wesley Ann. You like
Hi.
driving the big truck? Do you like to tell them?
I like driving the big truck.
Did your dad let you blow the air horn?
Say yeah.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
Great.
Hey,
And it's hot in Texas, y'all.
Yeah. What grade are you in?
Second.
You're in the second grade. You like school? All right. You got a lot of friends?
Yeah.
All right. I'm
So I
proud of
got
you.
to tell them you got a lot of family.
I got a lot of family.
That's good. That's good. You lucky. What you want to
Nope.
be when you grow? What you want to be when you grow up?
Artist.
Yes, we need more artists. We need more artists in this world. You're gonna
Last
be an
time it was a
amazing-
ballerina, wasn't it?
She could be a
You know
ballerina
what's so
and an
music?
artist.
You're gonna be a ballerina
Right?
and all this.
All right. All right.
That's what it's about, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's about, y'all.
Absolutely. That,
Reason why I work my tail off and fight so hard to leave something for them. You know what I mean?
absolutely, man. And I think people
100.
yeah, people miss the point. They think that we up here doing this for us. They think we up here screaming and yelling and breaking our neck for us. You know what I mean? But it ain't like that. It's for these kids. I got two too.
Nope.
You know what I mean? And I'm out here doing this for them. You know what I mean? Because I don't want them to have to live in a world where they got to be treated, where they get treated. I don't want to be talking like that with your daughter right there.
Oh, you're good.
I don't want to
I'm
be
sure
living in
she's
a,
heard worse from Jamie.
Oh yeah, her mother.
I don't want to live in a world where my kids I don't want my kids to live in a world where they get treated like slaves or like you said, commodities. You know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
people, we're human beings, and we deserve to be paid a fair living wage for our labor. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna fight for that, regardless. I don't care. I'm gonna fight for that. I'm gonna fight for that. Even for the people that don't agree with us, I'm fighting
Yep.
for them too. I'm fighting for them too.
Well,
Go
Mike,
ahead.
that's what I told a guy. That's what I told a guy on Twitter this morning. I'm like, dude, you a driver, a company driver. It don't matter. You know what I mean? You might not agree with what we're doing, but we're doing it for you. You might not be far enough in the process yet to realize exactly what we're doing because you know very little about trucking. So why don't you just slide back and be quiet? You know what I mean? That's what I told him. I said, just slide back and be quiet and let the ones that know do what we need to do to get us where we need to be.
I agree. Chris,
Yep. 100. Mic drop.
mic drop. Uh, I want to make an announcement real quick, if you guys don't mind. Come and help be heard. Save America. August 20th, tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Johnson Park, 200, can't pronounce that word, Memorial Drive, Jackson, New Jersey, 08527. This is not the name of our association, but the National Owner Operators Association, Vaccine Injured, Save Our Children, Parental Rights, Stop Child and Human Trafficking, MAGA Mission, The Mission, United America, Americans First, and any other American First issues and citizenry.
What's going on? It's cool, babe.
Albert Hershaw is hosting this event
No, dude.
in Johnson Park tomorrow. It starts at 9 a.m. until whenever. The National Owner Operators Association will be there. Albert Hershaw, presidential candidate of the United States, is hosting this event. If you are in the area, please come by. There's plenty of parking for trucks. We encourage you to bring your trucks. The town encourages you to bring your trucks. Please come by, even if it's for a couple of minutes. Just come by, hear the speech, and enjoy yourself. It's probably going to be a great day tomorrow. If you're in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania area, and you can stop by, please stop by. We've got the park for the whole day. No one's going to mess with you. It should be a peaceful event. Please stop by. And thank you. Go ahead, people.
People. Go ahead, Jamie. You got something?
Jamie, you there?
I couldn't hear you, brother. What'd you say?
Oh, nope. It's okay. Chris, how far are you from home, brother?
About 50 miles.
50
Well,
miles.
50 miles to the yard, and then
So I have been getting a lot of flack from follow. Oh, we lost Jamie.
Oh,
I just wanted to get something out here. I've been getting a lot of flack on LinkedIn. LinkedIn of all the places, LinkedIn. A lot of Tim Scott followers down in South Carolina have been, well, some of them actually have been threatening my life. I don't know why. Why would followers of the presidential candidate be threatening to Jimmy Hoffa me? Have no idea, but they are. I mean, it is what it is. I contacted Tim Scott about 2 months ago. I asked him, you know, his position on truckers and trucker issues in the country and in South Carolina, and he basically ignored me. I contacted him multiple times based on the fact that he's running for president, and he basically ignored me. That leads me to believe that he doesn't care about truckers or trucker issues. So I basically said that. If that's the case, I said that. If there was a problem in the education system and someone running for president didn't address it, then you would have to come to the conclusion that that person running for president doesn't care about the education system. I mean, unless you're an idiot, that would be the conclusion. Same issue. Asked him about trucker issues. What's his stance? He didn't reply back. Asked him again. Still no reply. I'm sure he got the message, and basically that's the case. And if you are in Congress, or if you are, you know, in the White House or running for president, from my understanding, that is your job to care about these issues. It's the supply chain. It's the lifeblood of this country. You should have a stance or an opinion. You should not be quiet. So his minions feel I should keep my mouth shut, or I should be, you know, removed, eliminated, basically.
no, I think it's
Go ahead,
reversed. I think it should be
Why are you gonna go-
reversed.
Right.
Well, not in that way, but you know, just the saying.
You know, it is what it is, brother. You know, LinkedIn
Yeah.
is no different than any other social media platform. They try to act like they're, you know, all corporate and, you know, all special. But truthfully, I get the same flack in LinkedIn that I get on Facebook or Twitter. They're just, you know, it is what it is.
Right.
You know, you got people like this. Fine, I'll say it here also. Truckers F themselves over more than any broker could ever dream of doing. Prove me wrong. You know,
I think we already are, aren't we?
it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
I thought we already proved that.
Not to some people, you know what I mean? To some people, it's, you know, it's always going to be the victim's fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They want to turn their head.
Exactly. You know what I mean? These are people that always look for a reason to try to make the victim at fault. You know what I mean? Yeah, truckers came up with the Motor Carrier Act of 1980. Truckers came up with the Surface Freight Forwarder Deregulation Act of 1986. Truckers got rid of the ICC in 1995. Truckers created the fraudulent safety regulatory body, the FMCSA. It was truckers who came up with S.2426, not the TIA. The National Owner Operators Association approached these two, approached Deb Fisher in Nebraska, and we asked her to do that, right? So for the last 43 years, it's been truckers screwing themselves, right? You know, and that's the reason why I stay off of Twitter, and all of these other social media platforms, which are basically just bully platforms for bullies to threaten people and say stupid stuff and get likes and followers. In any
Right.
case, it is. We were supposed to have Michael Johnson come on here, but obviously it looks like Michael's not going to be able to make it. Let's see who else was supposed to come on. Looks like that's it. And basically, I got all my messages out there. I wanted to just talk about that meeting that I had today with all of these trucking associations and let everyone know that we are aligning and we've created a pact and we are going to be working together in Washington and in other places and on other issues. So far as Mexico and Canada, we are going to be working together. What else? And I wanted to let everyone know about this event happening tomorrow in New Jersey, as well as the shutdown on Monday. Listen, this is very important. I know that we are all independent owner operators, and we all have the right to do whatever we want to do with our equipment. I've said that before, but at a certain point, we are going to have to act as one. We are going to have to be our brother's keeper and act as one. We're going to have to join shoulder to shoulder, lock arms, and say, we're all on the same page and we're, working together for to fight for
Enough's
truckers'
enough.
rights. Yeah, enough's enough. And I think the conversation that I had today with all of these other associations proves that this can be done. And we need to get it done. So look, on Monday, don't turn that key. Don't. And stay shut off for as long as you can. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Believe me. Stay shut down as long as you can. Let them sweat. It's going to be okay. That's my message.
I want to add something.
Go ahead, brother.
I want to add a little bit to that. So if you want to turn that key, you need to think about what you're actually doing, because you keep hauling this cheap freight, sooner or later, that equipment's going to break down. How are you going to pay to fix it? How are you going to pay to replace it even? And if it does go down, how are you going to support your family? What comes first? And I want to give a shout out for Albert Hershaw. We need to support him. He needs that 40,000 different donations to his campaign so he could get his voice heard. And all you got to do is donate $1. The link is up on the Facebook page. It's in Twitter. It's in LinkedIn. It's all over social media.
I'll put it up there. 1 second. 1 second. One second. There it is. You can donate $1, $2, whatever you want to donate. It doesn't matter. It all helps. Every donation gets him closer to where he needs to be. So whatever you can spare, $1, $2, literally, it really doesn't matter. He just needs the donations to get where he needs to be. So whatever you can donate, that's fine. The last time we did a Facebook Live, he got 60 donations. over 60 donations. And you know what? I asked him, I think this was Tuesday or Monday, and he told me he got over 60 donations. So, you know, I don't know how many came in after that, but anything you could spare, $1, whatever, it gets him closer to the stage. And Albert is totally supports truckers.
And America.
And America, right? And America. So, you know, I don't think we've had anyone like this in the trucking community before running for president. Yeah, you, if you can, please make a donation to Albert Hershaw. Thank you. He has to have
Instead of buying that
40K.
candy bar or bag of chips, use that dollar to donate to Albert so he could get his voice heard in the debate. He needs it for the debate. Get the podium stand for the debate.
He has to have 40,000 to get on that stage. He will represent us there.
And America.
That is the case. Getting
Sorry,
our
Mike.
issues. No, you're good, brother. Getting our issues on the national stage and getting the message out there is the point, and he will do that. So we need to help him get there. What else? If I don't know if a single truck operator and it's major, you will not be able to maintain your authority. I don't know, Chris, you want to
What?
help me with that? Can you read that?
Right? It's a little small.
If
Yeah, I can't.
I
I got it zoomed.
If you're a single,
If
I think he
you're
meant to
a
say,
single,
if you're a single truck operator and it's major, you will not be able to maintain your authority. I think he's making a comment based on the statement that you made about if you have one breakdown, you won't be able to stay in business if you take garbage loads for
exactly.
garbage money. Yeah. He corrected it.
Exactly.
I mean, that's true. I had to learn that the hard way back in 2017, 2018, I believe. Everybody learns that the hard way. You know what I mean? You got to fight for rates. You have to fight.
Yeah, I almost
for
learned
good
it.
rates. Yeah, if you have a significant breakdown and you have a load on your trailer when it happens, that nightmare is it's a nightmare. You know, I don't know how else to explain it. Not only are you carrying a load for garbage money, but now you have a significant breakdown. You know what I mean? So you're sitting there and you're asking yourself, what am I doing here? I'm spinning my wheels I'm like a hamster on a wheel. You know what I mean? What am I doing here? You know what I mean? And some people just don't get it. You know what I mean? You know, look at what the CEO of Werner said. You know, these people are out here. Oh yeah, I'm making money. I'm doing this. I'm not turning my truck off. I'm not shutting down. You don't know what you're doing. I mean, ARTI, American Trucking Research Institute, basically said it. If you're a carrier, your cost to operate is $225 a mile minimum.
Now I want to point out that actually came out before the fuel rates went back up again.
Right.
So now our bottom line is even higher.
Right. These mega carriers know this. They know this. They know you're operating below your costs. You're not making money. You're killing yourself. You're killing your equipment. You're wasting everyone's time, including your own. Shut down.
And your families.
Thank you. American Transportation Research Institute, ATRI. That must be Bill. Let me see who's correcting me here. Oh, no, it's Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. That's the ATA's research arm. Okay, I looked for that information and I could not find it. I know that they work directly with the Department of Transportation. That I did find. And they've been working with the Department of Transportation for a very long time. That I did find. Can I also cross-reference their numbers against my numbers? And to be quite honest with you, my numbers were a lot higher. My cost to operate is a lot higher. So
Yep.
I think they were being conservative. They were being conservative with that 225 because my cost to operate is a lot higher.
Not only that, they're not counting in the profit for the business either.
What profit? Every week I was coming out of my pocket to pay guys.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was short. Because I wasn't
I'm
making
saying
any
that
money.
average that they came out with, that minimum average, they don't consider profit to the business for that minimum rate when they figure that out.
I got you, brother. I got you. Chris, let me ask you something. You
Go for it.
You pull a flatbed? You got a flatbed or a dry bed?
Reefer.
You got a reefer. You got a new reefer, right?
2015 Thermo King.
Got you.
And it's a Kentucky special.
Got you. And what kind of truck do you
Or a
have?
Space Saver, however you want to put it. It's a 2015 Freightliner Cascadia.
Now, does that have the Freightliner motor in it? The DD
DD15.
Right. Does that have that in there?
Yep. Just had it in from the end of the beginning of last year.
Now tell me about your truck, Chris. What is your plan?
So I got contacted by Oahe Produce. They're a big produce throughout the U.S. and Mexico, actually. And I told him about the association. He wants to set up with the association. I gave Oahe and Raphael each other's info, and we should be getting some loads from them.
I
and so,
yep.
Oahe actually doesn't want to do business with any brokerages, and a lot of these produce companies don't anymore. These produce farmers, and because they know exactly what the brokers are doing. They've seen
that
it
too. I get that too from them. You know what I mean? It's funny. Like, the thing is they have a lot of these shippers have few options, right? Because guys don't want to call them up or contact them to work with them. So the fastest way for them to get their freight moved is to contact, some garbage company like TQL or JB Hunt or CH Robinson or something to get their freight moved. So they don't want to deal with them. They have no choice. You know what I mean? Because they don't have any other options.
The reason why I brought it up is Idaho is a big state on produce. They ship a lot of produce out of Idaho. Last year, We didn't see, and most of the time it hits the spot market. We didn't see any last year. We seen maybe at max 10 loads of produce last year on the spot market. Come to find out, all these produce shippers, these produce farmers, they quit doing business with brokers. They went directly to carriers. Um, Awahi was one of them. This is how I found it all out. For fact, I pretty much had an idea that was going on. And when I found the Facebook group, is pretty much when I shut my truck down. And so I went out to Parma, uh, all of that area where all the produce farmers are, the produce shippers. And I went to Oahe, and he said, "Yeah, we're dealing directly with small carriers and owner operators only." And gave me a paper to set up with him, and he contacted me at the beginning of the week because they're starting to ship out of Idaho now, because they ship they ship out of California, they ship out of, I believe, Nogales. I know they ship out of Texas. Like, depending on the season is where they're going to be shipping out of. And so
And
us
and
getting this with the association, it's going to give us consistent freight all year round.
yeah, we're getting a lot of people contacting us about helping them move freight because
Yeah.
just because of the way the environment is right now, there's a lot of we're in a freight recession, but there seems to be a lot of freight available out there and a lot of desperate shippers wanting to get it moved. But according to
Right.
JB Hunt, we are currently in a freight recession. That's what this company with a stock that trades, I think, now at $200 a share. That's the lie
Smoke
that they
screen.
told their investors. Yeah, it's a freight recession. In any case, we've got another large deal that came to us with a parts manufacturer that we're going to be working on soon. We just got that recently. So to recap here, there is going to be an event in New Jersey, hosted by Albert Harshaw, presidential candidate for the United States. That is the location. The National Owner Operators Association will be there. If you're in the area, please stop by. It's going to be a fun day. And you can bring your truck. There's plenty of parking. If you get a chance, if you're in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania area, swing by. We'd love to meet you. We are shutting down the 20th. I want to take that 26th out of there, but we are shutting down the 20th to the 26th for Operation Broker Reform Week. So shut down on Monday. Support the cause.
Family time fishing trip.
What do we got here? I need a dedicated lane, Texas to Idaho. To Texas, 2 reefers, set me up. Lane dedicated, Texas to Idaho. I've got something, we, because there is no I in team. Mr. Anderson is working on something Texas to Omaha. I can get you to Omaha for reefers. We are working on that. That is a 6-month contract. You need to contact Mr. Jamie Anderson. Thank you very much. What else? Anything else you want to add, Chris?
Yeah, next week I'm pretty much just going to get my truck ready, and I'm even going go back up to the eastern part of Oregon and hit up all these produce shippers again for the association as well. Um, and I'm actually going to go through some of my old uh, uh, loads that I've done in the past and see if I can't contact some of these shippers as well. So
And I hear
that's what I'm going to be doing
everything.
next week.
I hear everything. I do not attend Raphael's broker training course, but I know that you do. I hear that that course is going well. What can you tell me about that?
So I haven't been in there for probably about 2 weeks. I did join Monday. Monday. No, Wednesday space. When Wednesday class, and because he got a hold of me, and I had to talk to Raphael about it, and he wanted to do it over the class. So, I mean, the guys that are in there, they're starting to get loads as well.
Yeah, that's
From
what
what
he
I've
told me.
heard,
Yeah.
there was one of them that ended up getting 2 contracts on the Zoom meeting during class. Got 2 contracts right in the
You know.
class because Wednesdays they do cold calls.
Hmm.
It's a really good class. I recommend taking it. Um, if you're a driver and your wife, sits at home, have her take it. Start getting your own freight. Use the association to get the contracts, and help the association get more loads. It's a good program. He's very knowledgeable, um, very oriented, very very thorough.
Hold on one second, Chris. I'm getting
And
some feedback.
And just so everybody knows, I did do the class for probably about 3 weeks, and then I had my wife take over. So, because I ended up starting to do a little bit more for the association, and it was starting to get a little bit too much on me trying to do the class and trying to, find shippers and all of that.
And how is she finding the class?
She's finding it very knowledgeable. She's a little hesitant with it, but she just barely started, like, I think last week.
Right.
And she works a full-time job as well. So, and with her job, it's a little demanding during the day when the classes are going. So what I told her, just, set it up on, her tablet and then record it with her phone, and then she could go over it when she gets off of work.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I want to put something out here that someone just posted in the Facebook group. Hold on. This is concerning the shutdown on Monday. Will never work. Got too many dirt sniffers out there that will pick up the slack. Most of them come from third world country, and the dirt money that we know it is a decent living to them. you know, I like this guy.
I've got something. I've got something to say to that. So
Go ahead, Chris.
I'm getting emails left and right. I'm getting phone calls from brokers asking me what I would do this lane for,
Yeah.
and I ask them, "What are you trying to move it for?" And they tell me, "Well, I can't get it moved, so I need the rate so I could go back to the shipper
Right.
and try to get more money." Well, and I had some of them tell me like, so Garrison had called me just the other day, asked me to move a load from Burley, Idaho, down to Chandler, Arizona,
Right.
and I asked him, "Well, what are you trying to move it for?" He's like, "Well, I've been trying to move it for 28, but I know it's not going to move because I've been trying to move it for the last 2 days, and it's
Okay.
not moving." I told him, "But yeah, I wouldn't even touch it for less than 4,500."
Right. Exactly.
And he's like, "All right, well that gives me a number to go back to the shipper," and I know he's got that into the load because
Right.
when
You're gonna knock my.
Owahi actually called me on Tuesday, he actually called me on a load going from Portmount, Idaho,
Right.
down to Casa Grande, Arizona.
Right.
He asked me what I would do it for. I told him I can't touch that for less than 4,000. And I was only giving him a deal because he's a direct shipper for one.
Okay.
For another, I know I can do it for 4,000,
Right.
and I know he's not trying to rip me off.
Okay.
Okay, so just to kind of clear that up, because Chandler and Casa Grande, they're only 60 miles apart.
Okay. You Chris, you see my oh okay, all right. You see my security, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, and just so everybody knows, Owahi was actually fine with that rate for 4,000.
okay. Chris, I'm gonna need a second, bro. My Rottweilers are attacking me. Okay.
Need some lovin's, Mike.
Wait a second. I'll be right back, brother. Oh, go.
All right.
I'm sorry. I know that was very unprofessional, but when your security needs to go outside and pee, you gotta let them. You gotta take them outside to pee. So,
Right.
in any case, yeah, man. You gotta fight for those rates, brother. I commend you, and I understand where you're coming from, and
Well, I
I
brought
see.
that up because with the Owahi, he didn't even argue it. He's like, "That's reasonable."
Wow.
He straight out told me that, and that's around $4 a mile. It's only
Right.
between 1,000 to 1,100 miles down to Casa Grande from Parma.
We got to work on that, brother. I did have a conversation with Raphael about that, and he is going to work with you on that, and we are going to try to make that happen. And we're working on a few other things. But this right here, that right there is very funny, and I kind of brought this up in my meeting with Ted Cruz's people. and they didn't appreciate it very much. But it is an issue. You got these Mexican carriers coming into this country, taking these loads for crap money, and it's basically illegal, and they're not supposed to be taking these loads. It's an issue concerning broker reform. You know what I mean? And we need to definitely focus on that, and that's something we have to think about. Yeah, Chris, we've been on for almost 2 hours, and I think we covered everything. Yeah, man. I think we covered everything, and I want to just let everybody know again that we are going to be in New Jersey tomorrow at this park, Johnson Park, in Jackson, New Jersey. Zip code is 0527. If you can make it. We will be there. Also, one other thing. Remember that we're shutting down on the 20th. Operation Broker Reform Week. We are shutting down. If you can, please shut down. Let's make a point here, and let's get her done. Let's get her done. What else? Oh, back to other business. Let's see. Want to let everybody know that we're also on Twitter Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Tomorrow we probably won't be on because I will not be here. I will be at this event in New Jersey. But we are on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. If you want to join the National Owner Operators Association, you can go to www.tnooa.com and you can join there. Premier RX is also available at the National Owner Operators Association website. So if you're looking for a health option, telehealth, discounted prescription and medications, you can join telehealth, Premier RX at the NOAA site as well. If you're interested in any other service, those are all the services that we provide at NOAA, plus a few more. Yep. And I want to also big up the National Owner Operators Association's fuel card. That will be dropping soon. So if you're interested in a fuel card that gets you a very nice discount on fuel, the National Owner Operators fuel card is a good one to have in your wallet. You also get with this card, you get the tire program, which gets you up to 53% off on tires from any of these manufacturers. If you're in the market for tires, once you get approved for the fuel card. By the way, this is a real fuel card. It's not a prepaid card. Helps you rebuild your credit as well. If you get approved for this fuel card, you're automatically signed into the tire program as well as the preventative maintenance program, which is available in every state in the United States. Discount on PMs and other preventative maintenance services. I see we've got another guest, Mr. Michael Johnson, right before we were about to shut her down. Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Not too
Always
bad.
gotta
Sorry,
be
I was in
late,
the broker
huh,
training.
ADD?
Were you in the broker training class?
Yeah, that we're doing some final exchanging, and I was helping some people set up a voice over internet provider, just so that females still stay safe, even though they're giving out a number. They're not giving out their number.
Okay. How did the session go?
Oh, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. We cleared up a couple of things for Lee. You know, he's kind of understanding a little bit more, and he understands. You know, all you got to do is ask, and we will provide.
Yeah, he was in the Twitter space the other day complaining.
Yeah, he's kind of frustrated. So
No,
Yeah.
you know, ultimately, a freight broker is a salesman, and you know, it's a lot different from driving a truck. I know how people could get the wrong idea that, hey, I drive a truck, being a freight broker should be easy. It's not. You have to deal with a lot of rejection. You have to make a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, a lot of texting, a lot of introductions, and a lot of talking on the phone. It's sales. And
Put it this
people-
way.
Go ahead.
Let me put it this way. So you know how we get telemarketing calls, right? That's
nope,
how these
never,
shippers feel.
I've never got a telemarketing call, bro. Never.
Well, it's funny because you're going to be making a lot of them now. And
Yep.
that's pretty much how, you know, how it works. Sales is sales. And if you're a freight broker, you're a salesman. And that's pretty much that. That's all you are. And, you know, that's what it is. There's nothing wrong with that. But that's what freight brokers do. They are salesmen. And a lot of times people get the wrong idea about it. But in a lot of ways, it's just as taxing, or sometimes could be even more taxing than physical labor. Being a salesperson, it's hard on your mind. You know what I mean? It's rejection is it's hard, and you know you have to get used to hearing the word no, or not right now, or call me back some other time. I'm good for now. I got everything covered. Call me back in 6 months. It's a kick in the balls sometimes, and you know, you got to be able to overcome that and move on to the next one. You know, you got your leads, you cross that guy out, and you move on to the next one. You know what I mean? And some people can't. Some people can't do that. You know what I mean? And the successful ones, the really successful ones, can. You know what I mean? They don't look at it. They don't take it personally. You know what I mean? They just say, okay, I'll get back to him in 6 months. Make a note, move on to the next one.
Yep.
That's, you know what I mean? And the most successful ones do that. And Raphael, I think,
Is one of those guys.
yeah,
He definitely
understands.
is.
It's sales.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And look, I get contacted all the time. You know, this group is a very large group. It's very noticeable on Facebook, and I get contacted by people that are trying to sell services and products almost daily. And, you know, they think that if I allow them to come in this group and start, you know, spamming with posts in the group, that they're going to be able to sell their product. And it's the exact opposite. You know what I mean? No one gives a shit. You know what I mean? If you have a product and you're trying to sell it, there's only one way to do it. Pick up the phone and sell it. Facebook's not going to sell your product for you. You are. And they're failing right now because they feel differently. And I know that that's not the case. You know what I mean? I'm old school. You know, if I've got a product and I want to sell it, I'm going to go find people to sell it to.
Yep.
That's how you sell.
And we got to kind
So-
of look at that as carriers too when we're dealing with these direct shippers.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I know that Joseph does that. You know, he made a bunch of business cards. He's got like this handout, this folder that he hands out to shippers. And when he goes and he drops off a load, he introduces himself. He leaves a booklet and a business card, and he says, "If you ever need anything, that's my card." You know what I mean? No pressure. If you ever need anything, that's my card. You know, and
Right.
that's how you do it. You know, Look, I can tell a lot of stories about people that have been able to get dedicated freight by just showing up to someone's office and introducing themselves. But it's pointless. You know what I mean? People have to try it for themselves and see how it works. You know what I mean? These people sit in their office all day long getting phone calls from brokers. You know what I mean? If you show up at their door and introduce yourself and hand them a business card, that speaks volumes to the type of person you are and your character. You know what I mean? You just got to try it. It works.
Yeah, I just kind of goofed on my business card, so I need to make some new ones for Noah and separate it from my personal, because I just it's kind of tacky to have to turn the card over and see Noah and then turn it back over to see that it's my carrier. So I mean, it's kind of tacky. I'm just using them to give out to drivers, truck stops and stuff like that, because I mean, yeah, they don't mind tacky. So I'm going to get some new cards made up for separate the business from Noah. And I'd like to get a list of all of our provisions that we provide for Noah to go on the back of that card. That way it's, Noah on the front, flip it over, and those are what we provide, right?
You mean this?
Yeah, that one right there. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. In any case, we were supposed to have what's his name, Ali on today in Pakistan. I don't know what happened. I sent him the invitation. He knew we had it all planned for today, but he never showed up. So maybe we'll get him back on some other time.
Probably got screwed up with the time change.
It's it's like early in the morning over there in Pakistan, so I understand. Plus he's got kids running all around the place. It is what it is. Mike, I see you got your
Pakistan right now. I'd have to look it up, but that's over by Bosnia, isn't it?
I don't fucking know. I don't got no atlas in front of me. Too old. It's late. Mike, what's going on, brother? What's going on over there in Utah? Mike, let me ask you, do you know damn it, his name just went out of my head. One second. Do you know he's a member? He lives in Utah. He's a good guy. I'm trying to get his information. 1 second here.
So let me.
Morris Spence.
Who?
Morris Spence.
Yes.
You know Morris?
I don't know him personally. I've talked to him on the phone, and I talked to him in whatever. Yeah, he's running out of the oil field right now. That was actually somebody I ran into in the beginning, kind of, towards the beginning.
Right. Morris has been around since the beginning. Brother, he's looking for something to do with his truck. He's having some trouble with some paperwork, with some reservation or something like that over there where you guys are over there. He needs something to do with his truck. If you got anything that you know of that he can keep busy with, I can send you his information. He needs something to do. He's got a reefer and a dry van.
Yeah, hold on. Let me look real quick. Give me just a quick second here.
Nicest guy you ever gonna meet. He's cool. He's reliable. Nicest guy, brother. Morris came to me in the beginning of the boycott, and he says to me, I got 2 trailers. I'm not using one of them. I will donate that trailer for you to put a wrap on it, National Owner Operators Association on it, and you can keep it as long as you want. That's what he said to me. Didn't know me from a hole in a wall. He called me up. First conversation, he gives me a trailer for free.
Yeah, he's
You know, I take these things and I think about them because I think about the people that are involved with this association and the type of hearts that they have. And when I go out into like Washington or into these other groups with these brokers and shipper and whoever these clowns are that tell us that we're wrong and we shouldn't be doing what we're doing and we're crybaby, I just want to wring their necks. You know what I mean? Because I know that I have guys like Morris that are depending on us to succeed.
I know.
And there's thousands.
Good job.
You know what I mean? There's like thousands of them out there, bro. And I'm trying, and I carry these things around with me every day. And these are the things that keep me going because I know we got to succeed. You know what I mean? I just know we do. We just have to.
all in or nothing, brother. All in or nothing.
Yep.
There's no option. There's no option. There's no option. I've been in many businesses. I worked on Wall Street for a long time, a couple of decades. I've worked in other businesses, and I can say this about the trucking industry. A lot of people talk about there's no brotherhood, there's no unity, they are so wrong. You know what I mean? Like, they are so wrong. The truckers are the nicest, lovingest, caringest, will give you the shirt off their back people that I've ever met. And I'm 53 years old, and I'm close to being done as far as my working career is concerned. And I can tell you that there is no industry I've ever been involved in has as much love in it as the trucking industry. And I love this business for that reason. Go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say, you just got to search for it. The younger generation, I don't think there's as much of the brotherly hood, but like guys like me, you, Jamie, Jake, Mike, ADD, Tim off of the Facebook group. He's actually a member as well. You know, I can tell that we have that brotherly, that brotherhood.
You really open them and then just throw
We
it
have that. We still have that in our hearts. And I've even seen it in the Facebook group with others that I just can't remember their names.
I just clipped his nails. Do you see these?
Just because there's so many of them in the group. That and I'm horrible with names.
Me too. Michael, Mrs. Jessie Johnson. Where is she?
She is over here. We'll go find her. She's right
What?
there. There she is.
Hi.
Mrs. Jessie Johnson. How are
Hello.
you?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Very nice to meet you finally.
I have met you before. It's just been a minute or two.
I got your information. I am going through it. We need to package it up so we can get it on the website. Ladies and
Okay,
gentlemen.
perfect.
Yes. You want to give me a little rundown about what the program is really quickly?
Well, it's not a one size fits all. It's basically, there's several different programs because everybody's different. Nobody's the same. And what may work for me may not work for you. So it just all depends on people's health history. So all they need to do is fill out that link that I sent you. It's just a health questionnaire. It comes directly to me. I can call them, email them, whatever they prefer, talk to them and get them started from there. But we have a free app, free coaching, free 24/7 support, any questions, anything like that. And the meals are as low as $5.50 a piece. And being out on the road on the truck, I mean, it's ridiculous how expensive it is to eat, especially like in the truck stops and that. I mean, it's crazy. And so it's easier if you have your own stuff and, go to Walmart and get, vegetables, salads, and make your own things in the truck. You can save yourself a lot of money. So that's basically what it is. And there's several different meal plans. We also have some BCAAs, which are the branched changed amino acids that are really, really good for you, that are important. And we also have 2 protein powders, the whey protein and vanilla and chocolate, that you can use as well. So, and then
Shake?
tons of recipes, tons of support, lots of things. So it's a good deal.
So you have protein shakes as well? They can make that in
Yes.
the truck?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't have the website or email address in front of me. Mike, can you guys give me that really quickly? Like text it to me so I can put it up here on the screen, and that way it'll go out on YouTube. It's going to go out on Google, and it'll go out in our Facebook groups as well.
Okay, so you need like my personal website.
Whatever you want to give me right
that it
now,
goes
Mike.
to. Okay, I'll send you those in your email. I'll go hop on and do it, okay?
Thank you, Jesse. Ladies and
Thank
gentlemen,
you.
Mrs. Jesse. Michael, what's the name of the program again, please?
The program is Optavia.
Okay. Michael, I need you to text that to me as well, and I'm going to put that in here right now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And is it okay if I use your pictures, Jesse?
Yeah, that's going to be on the website as well. So yeah, it's fine.
I think I have it here. We're gonna have to. Give me the website link and the contact information, Michael, and I'm gonna do the.
Yeah, I'm trying to get me plugged in here. I'm getting ready to die, Mike. Give me just a second. I gotta.
She sent me the before and after photos.
Yeah, go get the stuff he's asking for.
Hey, Chris, are you home yet?
Yeah, I'm back at the yard. I've been back at the yard for about half hour.
And you're in Idaho, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Were you born in Idaho? Did you grow up in
No, I was born and raised in Arizona.
I don't have a website there.
Huh.
I'm not supposed to get
And what made you move to Idaho?
Do not.
My dad was born there, and so.
Oh, okay. Michael, please send me the info.
Okay, yeah, we're working on it. Give me just a second.
I'm doing it right
Thank
now.
you. And Chris, so how long have you been a resident of Idaho? What, a few decades or something?
Consistently, I have been here since 2012. So.
It's a long time, bro.
Yeah, 9 years.
Is this got
Gotcha.
the fill out packet?
Gotcha.
The page for them to fill out everything?
Yeah.
And you said you were from Arizona.
The time.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Arizona, but got into too much trouble and too noticed.
Why can't you on your website?
Well, that's
I had to make a change.
everybody's story.
Yeah.
I want to get Chris, if you're done, you know what, man, I appreciate you coming on today. I think we covered a lot. I'm just waiting to get Mrs. Johnson's information so I can post it on the screen and make sure everyone gets that. And we're gonna have her on the show.
Information in there. They can get a hold of you.
So she can have more time. We're probably going to be shutting the show down a little bit. We've been on for about a little over 2 hours. So I'm just
Okay, did you
Hold on, I'm trying to get the other thing.
did you get it?
Let me
Hey,
look.
ADD, are you going to be in Utah next week?
Yeah, for the most part, I'm finishing up the flower season. I got 1 week left, and that's it. So, and that's my personal account. That's why I'm still running it, because I'm not running broker freight. I'm running personal.
Right.
So,
Okay.
but yeah,
You think we can meet up?
I'll be in Utah for a while after that. But yeah, so
You think we
Michael,
can
I
meet
did
up
not-
like next weekend?
yeah, I should be.
I could drive up there.
Yeah. Maybe have dinner together. Kick back.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah. We'll kick back, throw some ideas around or something.
Yeah. We could
All right.
also start up a room or whatever and discuss back and forth as far as that goes too. But you weren't in the
Right.
broker training, bro.
The what?
The broker training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in there for what? About 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. And then I had my wife
Mike-
take over.
Oh, okay.
Mike,
What's
Mike,
up?
I just got this. It's a
Yep.
form. I'm going to have to post it in the group. So I will do that. I just got it. It's a form.
Yeah, the other one is her actual new Facebook where she's, grouping together. The way the program is they need to fill that out so they know where to go with it. And it's basically, again, it's not a one size fits all. You're not going to just, oh, well, this is how you go about it. You have to learn, how to eat better and, what your body's going to need, because men are different than women, and some women are different than other women, and it depends on what you actually need. You might need protein, you might need less protein. So it's really set up by doctors. So I mean, it's
Right.
yeah.
That's the website, the first website, and now I am going to post the form. One second.
At your website, your
That's
Facebook.
it.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you.
You got it. Jesse, if you have time next week, if you could come on the show, I'd appreciate it. We can dedicate a whole show to your program, and you can give people more information. We can put together a what do you call that thing? Like a presentation, and I can put screenshots up there for you. We could do a presentation. It'll be nice. But
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, that's the form. If anyone wants to copy and paste that information, you could just put that into your browser, and it will take you to a form. You fill out the form. It gets sent to you. Does it go to you?
Yeah,
Jesse?
it goes directly to me. Nobody else sees it. And then I can contact the person, whoever it is, by their choice, whether it's email or telephone. We can talk for a few minutes and go over their health goals and what they want to do and what their goals are. And I will do everything in my power to help to get them to their goal. But it's a proven program, and it does work.
I believe in it. Yeah, check it out, everyone. This is a health program. Could help you get fit. It is made for truckers. You've got meal preparation, which we've spoken about that before on this show. But I like this program. I like the person that represents the company, Mrs. Jessie Johnson, wife of Mr. Michael Johnson here, who happens to look like Kid Rock, one of my favorite.
You know what? He does look like Kid Rock. When we were in Florida on our anniversary, I bought him the American flag swimming trunks. And Kid Rock actually has a pair just like it. And we're just chilling on the beach with our margaritas. And this lady's like, oh my God, that's Kid Rock.
Honestly, I would have said the same thing.
I had
would've
the
said-
hat on and everything, bro, with the sunglasses. I didn't realize I looked that much like Kid Rock, but yeah, they were all coming up and like, hey, that's Kid Rock. No.
I would have went over to him humble, like, listen, I know you're trying to be.
I thought it was cool. I was like, right on. I'm like, yeah, this is Kid
I
Rock.
would've said, if you could just give me a quick autograph, you can make it out to Mike. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, brother, you look like Kid Rock, and I'm glad Jesse could come on today, and Chris and Mike. I'm glad you can come on. Please, let's get this package together and get it on the website. Any information you can give me on the program, I'd like to profile it on all the platforms because I think it's important. And all jokes aside, the truckers are some of the most unhealthy people in this country. The CDC has put out a report a couple of years ago, and I hate to bring down the tone of the room, but they put out a report a couple of years ago that truckers' lifespan is usually around 61, 62 years of age because of the lifestyle that we lead. So, always sitting down, always eating in truck stops, never taking care of yourself, sacrificing your health to make money. So programs like this are very important. And the price point that you're at makes sense. And it makes a lot of sense. And I'd like to get this out there. So also, if you can join us on Twitter, that would be a good thing as well. Mike, you probably want to try to get her to join in on our Twitter spaces. That would be a good thing also. We're there Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So if you can come on, that'd be great.
Speaking of Sunday, we were talking earlier that we were going to cut down on Sunday a little bit. What's going on with that? Have you decided yet? So just so I know.
We're going to cut it down to less time. We're going to try to maybe do an hour and cut it down. We just don't have the manpower to do all these shows 3 times a week. So, yeah, we are going to cut it down for right now. Tomorrow, we're not doing it because I'm going to be in New Jersey at this Albert Hershaw thing. So we're not doing it tomorrow, but we will be on Tuesday.
Are you going to be on the live up in Jersey, or what are you going to be doing?
I don't know. They called me today. They said they've got everything set up. So I think there's going to be media there. I think our PR people are going to be there. I don't know who's going to be there. I don't know. I'm definitely not going to be streaming it live. So
okay, well, if you find out links or whatever, send them through so we can join in the fun. I mean, I can't get to Jersey right now, but I'd love to be in the fun.
What part of New Jersey?
it is what part of New Jersey? It is where is it again? It is what is this? Jackson, New Jersey. Jackson, New Jersey. Johnson Park, Jackson, New Jersey 08527. Albert Harshaw, presidential candidate, is hosting this. It's mostly for him. We are invited. So, yes, we will be there. So, yeah, we are going to use this to spark off the shutdown for Monday. And hopefully everything will go well. Yeah. You want me to put it? There it is. Mike.
What?
So if we can get back to the broker training course,
Okay.
what do you think? How is it going with you over there? I know Raphael has a few different students in his class.
We're starting to network, and like my wife and Jackie, and I need to get a hold of the other gal, but they're going to start working with each other and trying to network and get a team together so they can keep each other going and keep each other pumped and like work together and be a team. So we're working on that end right now. We're kind of just learning how to do it and just take the bull by the horns and run with it, right?
Yep.
I can tell you that you're learning from someone who has a lot of experience.
Oh yeah,
closing.
he's got so much information.
You guys just have to make the calls. That's really
Yep.
it. You know what I mean? If you make the calls and you make the contacts and you do the follow-ups, you'll close the deals. And that's what it is, brother. You know, and the National Owner Operators Association, myself and everyone, we're behind you guys 150%. I don't know if Raphael is using our lead service, but we have given him access to our database of shippers all over the world. I have a unlimited database of shippers and contact information for those shippers. So I don't know if he's allowed or told you guys about that, but that is part of the program.
He actually sent them to me.
Yeah, that is part of the program. So if you tell him what state you're in, what cities you want to focus on, or states or whatever, he can go into that system and he can get you a list of 1,000 shippers in your state or wherever you're looking at. I pay for that on a monthly basis, and it's very expensive program. So please take advantage of it if you're going to use that. That is part of the broker training program. The leads, we provide them, and this is hot leads. Not hot, but warm. I would say warm. They don't know you're calling, but they are there. So
Yep.
Take advantage of that. That's part of the program. All right.
Yes, sir. Yeah, after we get things set up, I'm actually helping, kind of guide people in the right direction. So any information that I'm collecting, I'm redirecting. So yeah, I'll probably grab that from you later. So I've got it on hand, because I usually have all that stuff like backed up in my little phone. And when people ask, I throw it in there just like I do in Twitter and everywhere else. I'm the magic person that makes things appear when you say, oh yeah, and we got this, and all of a sudden it just got a bing in the comments.
I got you. So it was we're up here now for 2.5 hours. Every
Yes.
time I do one of these Noah Lives, I say it's only going to be an hour a day, but it always ends up being 2-3 hours. We got so much to talk about. Please, everyone, once again, check out Miss Jessie Johnson's health program. I posted it in the link here, so you could see that the website is there, as well as the form to fill out that will go directly to her, and all of your information is private. She'll get in touch with you and do an evaluation of your, what you may need in order to get healthy. Take advantage of this, man. Take advantage of this. You have nothing if you don't have your health. Trust me. You have nothing if you don't have your health. So take care of your health and take care of yourself. And, I'm going to park it there. If you guys have any last words you want to get out there, or anything you want to share, I want to shut this show down because we've been on for a minute.
All in or nothing.
All in or nothing. United we stand, and divided we will beg.
All in or nothing. I agree. And we're going to take it to him on Monday. I have a meeting with Mr. Jeff Van Drew on Monday. He is a congressman who sits on the Transportation Committee in the House. He is a supporter of truckers, and I have a meeting with him and his people on Monday, and I will keep everyone posted on how that goes. I also have a meeting coming up with the ranking member on the Democratic side of the Senate of the Transportation Committee. I forget her name right now, which I think is going to go well. She seems like a nice person. I have a meeting with her as well. We still have a meeting scheduled with the FMCSA and the DOT. They keep blowing us off, but we're getting close. And as everybody knows, I'm going to be down in Washington September 13th through the 15th So I'll be meeting most of these people in person.
Are you
I'm
needing bodyguards? Because I mean,
Right?
honestly, as far as the DOT and the FMCSA is concerned, I'm really not too concerned about bodyguards with them. As far as some of these guys in Congress, maybe, they it's touch and go with these loonies. You know what I mean? I don't know. Sometimes I go into these meetings and I think everything's going to be fine. And then, like I learned this week with Ted Cruz's people, it can become a shit show real quick, brother. It could go south real quick. You say the wrong word, and it's like it could go south very quickly. I've learned.
Yeah, but
so
they invited you in person, so I mean,
yeah. I was kind of wondering about that too. They're probably gonna try to kick my ass in the back or something like that. I don't know. You never know. I might get beat up by a bunch of college nerds.
Maybe I'll meet up with you and Jamie when you do that. Have some backup.
Right. I think I might.
we'll just all show up with our trucks and park on the street, so they know that we're waiting for you to come out.
You know what, brother? It's not me they're scared of. It's you guys. You know what I mean? It's not me. They think I'm a joke. You know what I mean? Like they're like looking at me like, "Oh, who are you?" You know what I mean? We talk to OOIDA. Who's Noah? You know what I mean? Like they.
Who's
they
OOIDA?
Here's OOIDA.
OOIDA writes checks, bro. OOIDA writes them checks. You know what I mean? So they know who OOIDA is. They know who TIA is. They cash their checks. But they're not afraid of me. They're afraid of you guys. You know what I mean? When they go online on Google, that's what they're afraid of. You know what I mean? They're afraid of
the group.
They're afraid
The
of
unity.
Yes. They're constituents. You know what I mean? And that's the whole message I keep trying to get out there. You know what I mean? Do not think that you don't have a voice or you don't have power. These people in Congress are concerned about their image. They're afraid of you. Call them up, send them an email, write them a letter, tell them your concerns. They will get back to you. And if they don't, let us know who they are. We will put them on Front Street. And that is the last thing they want. And it's important for you to do that. And I'm going to park it right there. I want to thank everybody for coming on. Jamie, his little girl. Chris, thank you. Mike, ADD. Miss Jessie Johnson, the lovely Miss Jessie Johnson. I don't know how Mike was able to score a wife like that. But Mike, I'm very jealous. And
Right.
Congratulations.
She was my high school
Lucky
sweetheart,
man.
but it's a long story. But yeah, I'm very fortunate to have Miss Jessie Johnson.
You bribed her.
She's over
Took
there.
a
She
page
won't
out
come
of
back.
TIA's book, Bribe.
She's coming back. Here she comes. There you go.
TIA.
Got her kitty.
Yeah. Hey, we were just talking about you. In any case, thank you, everybody. Miss Johnson, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, not right now, but we can talk more next week. Just let me know what day and I'll have a whole list of things prepared. But it's definitely an awesome program. And if it can work for me and, a bunch of people that I know that it's worked for, it can work for anybody. It really can. So, and you don't have to be miserable either. Most people, when they hear of a diet or, whatever, they're like, oh gosh, I'm going to be hungry. I'm not going to be able to eat at a restaurant. I'm not going to be able to. That's not true. I've gone to Mexico 3 times. I've been to Florida. I've been to New York to visit my friend. I've done all sorts of things, went out to restaurants, and I was able to drop 85 pounds in less than a year.
And to be fair, just so people know, that she was getting there by the fuel rebates from her credit card.
Oh yeah,
So
Sky Miles.
we don't have that money, so just understand that wasn't coming out of my cash pocket. That was because I had to put fuel in the truck.
Yeah, Sky Miles. If you don't have an American Express Sky Miles card, get one because those points adds up, especially if you go to Starbucks.
A lot.
You get double points at Starbucks too, just for linking your accounts. You don't have to charge your American Express, but if you link your Starbucks point card with your American Express or with your Sky Miles number is what it is. It's not even the credit card number. It's just your Sky Miles. You get double points for every $1 that is spent. So
She drinks a lot of coffee, as you can tell.
yeah, I'm
Mike.
drinking coffee right now. It may
Mike.
be 8 o'clock at night, but I don't care.
Mike, you hit the jackpot. Beauty and brains too, brother. Beauty and
Thank
brains
you.
too.
Yep.
He's a good monkey.
Good monkey.
Boston, how far are you from Kinnelon, New Jersey?
Probably 80 miles.
Okay, my sister lives there in Kinnelon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too far away from there. I'm gonna be around there tomorrow. I'm not too far away from there. I get to New Jersey often. Obviously, I can't park my trucks in my own state. So most people in New York park our trucks in New Jersey, and we commute there daily because we don't have any place to park here in New York. So we're in New Jersey often. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, it's beautiful there. When I was there last, I told her, I'm like, I want to go to Tony Soprano's house and I want to go to the pork store. And she's like, I love the Sopranos. But we actually went and found his house. Her house is like 8 minutes from his house. And I know it's not his house anymore, but I was like, oh my God, it was so cool.
Never his house.
I know, but it was super cool. And the black bear thing is like a real thing there. They have black bears in her neighborhood.
Oh yeah, in that area. Well, they're all over
they're
New
everywhere. Like you can't just go like send the kids outside and just whatever. I mean, there's literally a black bear that just kind of chills on, in her backyard. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, they're all over New Jersey.
Awesome.
Yeah. And that area is pretty cool too. It's a very nice area. If you ever get there, it's a nice area. It's a very sought after area to live in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like 11 o'clock there in that area, isn't it?
Right now it is 10:30, brother. Yeah, it's a little late. It's 10:30, but
I'm trying to get her to be quiet for a minute. She could talk next time.
No, really, seriously, on a serious note, if you want to come on Wednesday, that's fine. I know we're clear. We're booked. We're doing Tuesdays and Thursdays, but Wednesday we're free. Monday, I'm usually exhausted after these Washington meetings, so I try not to do anything unless I got something important. But Wednesday, if you want to get everything together, we can definitely do a show just for you on Wednesday.
Oh, awesome. Let's do it.
Remember the broker? Well, yeah, we got broker training in the morning on Wednesdays, but not on Saturday. It's at night, so we run into each other on that one. So Wednesday's good.
We could do a nighttime. For me, if you want to do 8 p.m. Wednesday, we can definitely make that happen. 7, 8, it's up to you. Yep. Good.
Okay.
Sounds good. I want to thank everybody for being on here. Chris, thank you. Mike, Thank you. Mrs. Johnson, thank you. And we will see you on Wednesday. Everybody check us out. We do this every night for an hour. I don't think we're going to be on here tomorrow because I'll be in New Jersey, but maybe Monday night. If not, definitely Wednesday. So thank you all. And I am signing off.
Right.
Thank you. All righty.
Perfect. Good night.
Good night.
See ya.
Thank you.